Okay. Greetings and good morning, everyone all over planet Earth. I can hear Venus outside. She suddenly decided she wants to be a part of this. So, I know it has been a nuts week, a couple of weeks actually, for everyone. And I don't want to get into too much detail, and I've had so many messages asking me about this virus, coronavirus, and people are panicking, and this is not the way to handle something like this. I don't want to focus on this, but I just want to talk about it briefly this morning, because the more you focus on something like this, the more power you give this. And people have to remember that this is just a virus. There are plenty of viruses on this planet, and it affects everybody differently. But the most important thing is that an event like this is we can now see is bringing the best and the worst out of people. So it's all a matter of perspective, and it just shows you how steeped in third dimension or third density people are holding themselves, because their fear of death and of dying is unprecedented. And the way people are handling this, and they're listening and hearing the news because it's everywhere. You can't even watch something or see something without seeing an update or a little flicker on the bottom of your screen saying Corona update or something. And it's this complete trying to keep people in this reality is really detrimental. Now, that's not taking away from the fact that yes, absolutely, you need to be cautious. You need to protect yourself. You need to self-isolate. You basically need to do what you need to do. But the most important thing, is handling this gracefully. And we have seen that people are not handling this gracefully. I know that in my area, all the supermarkets, all the stores are empty. They are empty. So what's happening is people from the city are coming to the country now and are depleting the shelves for the country people. People are absolutely panicking and losing their shit, basically. And this is not the way to handle it. And the fighting and all the things going on in the world to do with this, obviously the earth is changing, and this was what I've been talking about. It's going to take an event such as this or a natural disaster in order for everything that's not working to come to the surface. There's a bigger picture here, or biggest perspective going on than just a virus on the planet. It's bringing people into a new age. Things that don't work need to be addressed and need to be dealt with so we can move forward as a species and deal with things like this much more gracefully. And there are, believe me, there are a lot of people dealing with this compassionately and handling it. But the most important thing is stay calm. Handle this with grace and self-isolate. If you are concerned, or if it's in your area, self-isolate so you're not at risk, so your children aren't at risk. And this is what I talk about: having a garden and growing your own food, having your own water source. See, look what's happening now, and a lot of people don't have this, and they are, going berserk at the supermarkets. What happens if there is no money or no economy anymore? How are you going to buy food? There's going to be no food. So you have to learn to garden. You have to grow a garden. And whether you live in an apartment or you live on land, doesn't matter. You can grow a garden anywhere. You can grow a garden in pots. Most apartments have windows, and you can put pots at windows, and believe me, the resilience of nature will allow you to grow vegetables or grow food in general. But always being prepared for something like this. Anyway, what I'm saying to people is just to stay calm, be graceful, be compassionate, and realize this is much more deeper than just a virus on planet Earth. There's so much more message behind this. So anyway, and let me say, it's a different take. I actually spoke to my friend who is a doctor in Iraq, and he says the situation over there is dire because people are believing this is fake news. And I guess now, because people are so aware of fake news now, they're being overly skeptic and no one's believing that it exists. It only has to, take people that are, that we know are going into hospital with this, knowing that there is something going on. So it's definitely not fake news. But he says people are believing this is fake news in Iraq and they are not taking precautions. So I would assume that this is the case also in Iran, where at least, where I know people in Iran, in Ahvaz, which is in the south near the Zagros Mountains, are making moonshine, are making their own alcohol and killing themselves, not that they mean to, but because of alcohol poisoning to try and kill this virus. So, it's bringing out a lot of different realities and scenarios for people, but the most important thing, keep yourself safe, be prepared, stay calm, and be graceful. Okay, so now let's get on with this, and here we are again a week later to do psychic readings. I see all your messages here. Hi everyone. Yes. Okay, so I have to say that I have had a lot of people pre-book, so I'm going to go through those first. And as I explained last week, those who pre-book are going to be first in line for the online reading. I see that people have paid on the super chat, which is fair enough, but I will answer you guys in the order in which it's been received. So first of all, so in the future, if you do want a psychic reading, pre-book on my website, and the link should be in the description. But that's the easiest way to do it, because then you're pre-booked, and basically, I can answer you straight away. Okay, so from last week, I didn't answer Zoe. So I'm going to get straight into Zoe, and I've already picked up on her energy before I've started, because I had obviously seen her message from last week, but I've already picked up information. Now Zoe, she's asking, when is she going to meet her divine partner? Is it going to be in the next year? Zoe, it's going to be from now to 5 years time. So not within a year. You need to have a little more patience with this. And you know what? You would rather wait. If it is the one or someone you're going to spend a lot of time with in your future, you want to make sure it's the right one. And so these things take time. Universe does not act on a linear timeline like we do. So knowing in the back of your mind that your partner is coming, the right one, just be assured that they are coming, but universe will bring your partner at the right time, as unlinear as I want that to sound. All is in divine timing. So since you're wanting your divine partner, give universe divine timing. Allow universe to bring it together for you, but have in your mind and in your heart knowing that someone is coming. So I hope that satiates your questioning. So sit tight for a little while. It'll happen when you least expect it. Yeah. Angry Bird says, I'm going to grow a garden. Sadly, all my windows face north, though. Doesn't matter. Still plant that garden. Good morning, Lim. I'll get to your question in a little bit. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Life on the Path. Happy birthday for the 18th. Hi, Boho. Hi, MJ. Hi, Maria. Hi, Dahlia. Yes. Hi, Maria. Hal Arcanost. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Hi, Christine. So I'm going to keep going. So Bojana or Boyana, honey, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but I'm going to answer your question. Now, with you, I'm feeling you've had a lot of health issues. There's a lot of health issues in your field, and this stems from years of dealing with health-related things. But I will say there's a lot of anxiety around your field, honey, and I know you're concerned about where your health is going, but your anxiety is not helping. And this is how powerful you are, is that even though you have had underlying health issues with everything that has happened to you, because I feel like there has been a lot, you tend to worry a lot, and you are making yourself sicker than what you need to be. And I'm sure this makes sense to you. I don't want you to worry so much, honey. You are powerful. And so be careful with where you direct your energy, because you have that capacity to make yourself sicker than what you need to be. It's not like you need to be sick at all, but when you are sick, or when you have ailments and you've got things you've needed to deal with, you can make it a lot worse because of how much power you have. You're very powerful. And so your anxiety and your worry about this is definitely contributing to your imbalance. So to deal with this, I know you're not good around crowds, I'm feeling, or lots of people. So stay away from crowds and lots of people. And again, I'm going to say to you, go out in nature, honey. Go out and see a big blue sky. Go out and see a large body of water. That will help you tremendously. Go out and talk to the trees. See, this is where I say, with fear mongering and anxiety and things that we can control mentally, the best medicine is nature. She wants to heal you. Mother Earth wants you to be a part of her, to come back to her, because we have created such a separation between us now, and we're the only ones that are not harmoniously living in accordance with nature, because we are nature. We are nature, but for so long we have felt superior in this cycle. We have felt separate. We feel like we are separate from nature, and we're not. We are so a part of her, and yet we've forgotten it. We have forgotten it. So go out in nature. Let her heal you, honey. Let her calm your heart, and you will see how this imbalance, these emotional blockages and hurdles that you've created will slowly subside. It'll take a little time, but they will absolutely subside. Okay. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, SJ. Sarah, I've postponed you. I'm not sure if you're wanting me to do your reading today because you might have to go. But anyway, we'll we'll talk about that when I get to you. Okay, Christine, my lady. Oh, Christine, I love your energy. You are so fiery and passionate, lovely. You're so vivacious, girl. You're magnetic. Now, let's talk about past lives. Now, actually, you're another one that I picked up on with past lives, and which has just reminded me, Sally, Athena, I will message you later because I dreamt about you and your friend in question several nights ago, and it's so vivid in my mind. But I'll get into that in I'll send you a message on Patreon, and I'll get into that with you. But Christine, I have tapped you before I've come live today. You've come up for me. You have had some hardship in past lives, and I'm going to say that a lot of your past lives have been in the Latin countries, so South America. I feel like there is a lot of Latin in your energetic bloodline. I feel like there's a lot of Latin, a lot of South American culture. I just see you in that part of the world, and I feel like there was a lot of hardships in those lives, because there is a lot of lives that you've had there. Some, I feel you were wealthy, and I want to talk about something to do with boats and shipping. Others, and you got cheated. I feel like you were cheated. These could go on, but then there are others where you have been extremely poor, and actually I feel like something of a virus, not a virus, but something like malaria had struck you, and you died from it, and not just you, but your family. So there is a lot to do with. I would have to have a private reading with you to get into detail about these. There was also something to do with you coming over to South America. So, like, you were from European countries, and there was something to do with a virus as well, infection. So, anyway, so that's a huge reading. That's a huge reading. Hey, Mamacita. Oh, Christine, you're from Bolivia. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I had no idea. Oh, isn't that funny? me with my big water bottle. Okay, so Christine, honey, you have a lot of past life I could definitely talk about. Now, Jeremy, honey, I also need to get back to you on Patreon. I'm sorry, I've just been flat out. I've actually had to submit a history assignment, and I just haven't got back to people, but I did get your message. I'll answer you here about that. You have to know that in the Daintree rainforest and around your area, up in far north, Bigfoot is there. Bigfoot is there. I'm not saying that this was Bigfoot, but Bigfoot energy is in the rainforest, and I am still blown away that I would be crazy enough to sleep in a tent in the Daintree rainforest on my own, on my block of land, and I heard those footsteps. I heard walking around my tent at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it was a total, it was total Blair Witch, scenario. And I cannot believe that. When I look back now, I just think, holy God, what was I thinking to do that? And I did it. I mean, that strength, I don't know where that strength came from, but when I look back and now and think of the energies that are in that ancient rainforest, because a lot of people don't go to the uncharted parts of the Daintree rainforest, but My God, I was crazy. How I could do this? This is ridiculous. Oh, well. Yeah, so anyway, so Jeremy, and I feel like this will not be the last time. So be aware that ancient energy is around you, and highly attracted to your energy. So, and let me say that what you see, other people are not necessarily going to be able to see that. And I would attribute that of the thinning, the malleability or the fluidity of the dimensions. So if you see something, someone else is not necessarily going to see the same thing, or they may not see anything at all. But let's talk about your past lives. Now, look, and I don't want it to sound cliche because I know it can sound cliche, but Jeremy, you've spent a lot of time in Egypt, in your past lives. I think you already know this though, because you're highly intuitive, and I know that you are very tapped into your ancient self. But I want to say now, with Egypt, with your Egyptian lives, a lot of them have been predominantly female, and you have come from um, farming, agriculture lives along the Nile. And like I said with Christine, you've had some lives that have been very prosperous, and some lives that have been extremely difficult. In saying this, and now it's no accident that you're next to a body of water, right? You're next to the ocean. But with your lives with Egypt, um, there is a connection, and I don't know if it's from your family, but there is a connection to the dynasty, like the royal family, and I'm not sure exactly what's happened. So it could have been that your family was supplying food to the royals, to the pharaohs. Um, it could have been that you were in a relationship, like having an affair, having a love affair with um, someone of order. There is something. There is a life with rank. There is a life with rank in Egypt, but predominantly your lives, your past lives, or at least I'm not going to say all of them, but I would say a quarter of your past lives or your concurrent lives are surrounded in northeast Africa. And you've got to remember, and I've said before that a lot of a lot of the people in the world now, especially those that are really acknowledging and very conscious of their evolution, have derived from one of the golden civilizations of humanity, which has a lot to do with Lemuria and Atlantis. And you've got to remember, when the demise of Atlantis happened, it was very traumatic. It was very quick. It was very chaotic, and a lot of souls spread to northwest and northeast Africa. Not just these places, but Malta, to Turkey, a little bit of the European area, and then obviously to South America. And this is why these areas are steeped in esoteric, alchemy, magic, the occult, all the arts, basically, the esoteric arts. So, Jeremy, it's no accident that you were in this area, or a lot of your lifetimes have been connected and associated in northwest Africa, but predominantly Egypt and ancient Egypt. I feel like there were some, like in the 16th century in Egypt, but there's a lot of things to do with agriculture, and like I said, some lives of hardship, but then some of wealth, and that could have been that you were a merchant for agriculture, but it's to do with agriculture. That's what comes up a lot. Okay, so now, SJ, are you wanting me to read for you? Sarah, I guess you're here. So, okay. So I will read for you if you want. What have you got here? Yes. Okay. If you're okay to do it and have time. Okay, let's do it then. Okay. Good. Right. Now, Sarah, I'm going to say with you, yes, the thing that's come up with you, Sarah, is you are going through a huge transition, and I'm going to say with you, what's happened with you, because I feel like there were a few events and situations that have been very emotionally traumatic for you. What you have done now from this emotional trauma is you've opened up gateways. You have opened up chemical gateways in your brain. So neurological pathways have been opened through this trauma. And this is what can happen, is if you experience trauma, you can, like emotional trauma or physical trauma, you can actually open up chemical gateways. Obviously, I'm not recommending anyone to do this because it happens as it needs to, but I feel like you have opened up a doorway, like a portal, and which is subsequently given you access to other dimensions, and you're able to see a lot of, I don't even want to call it psychic energy because it's not psychic. It's all around us all the time, but it's how much we can filter and actually see of this energy. But you are, you've allowed this energy in, and you've got a lot of, I don't even want to say spirit energy. You've got a lot of energy around you right now, because it's coming in all different forms. And it's something, and I'm going to say there's something to do with a garden. This gateway, I feel like you've let in a lot of garden energy, is what I want to say, like a lot of fey energy, and then not just this, but there is a lot of this around you, and I feel the fluctuation in moods, as in some days you feel so overjoyed with joy and pleasure, and then there are other days that you just feel so disheartened about things. You're very sensitive to the energy on the planet right now. So again, I'm going to say spend some time in nature and go by yourself and turn off your phone. Turn your phone off. Stay away from it. When you are planning to do these things, or go to somewhere special where you're on your own, turn that phone off. Turn it off. And in fact, of course I'm going to say stay away from your phone, because we all know how detrimental the phone is. Since I've done, well, not since I've done, but hopefully if you watch the video with me with my measuring radiation, EMF coming from your phone, you will see how destructive and destroying and detrimental EMF is. And like I made the choice the other day to post on Instagram, so I probably exposed myself to hundreds of microteslas, but my phone, I don't even know where it is right now. I think it's up on the kitchen bench. Like, I have made the conscious effort to keep my phone away from me and treat it like a cord phone, as in having it in one place of the house, and if it rings, I get up to answer, and I put it on speaker and I stand away. So this is what I mean, actually. A lot of these viruses coming in are caused by our cell phones, the thinning, the thinning of our energy. And kids are most at risk because they have thin skulls. And this, anyway, I've spoken about this a lot, but don't take your cell phone out. Take some good food. Just go out where there's no people to balance out this energy. And in fact, don't be surprised if you have spiritual experiences when you're out on your own. Oh, your heart's beating really hard. Oh, honey. Spot on, up and down. Yeah. Keep someone like you needs to not be around your phone a lot, because your energy right now is hyper sensitive, especially with this gateway open. Yeah, so I would suggest staying away. Oh, I'm so glad, Jeremy. Yes, I'm glad it makes sense. Um, yeah, very interesting past lives. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so Sarah, now I'm going to move on to Lim. Hey, honey, I'm so glad you're here. Now, you've asked me about, was it a good idea about connecting with your family? And I'm going to say yes. Yes, it was. But what you need to do now is you need to create boundaries. You absolutely need to create boundaries, because just because you've made contact with your family doesn't mean they are going to be as nice or compassionate about it. Does that make sense? So you still absolutely need to create boundaries of how much you are willing to tolerate, because I know that the reason why you moved away before was because the energy was not good for you. It was toxic. You had a lot of issues with them, and I feel like there was just no support for you. So I feel like you need to, I'm clairvoyantly seeing boundaries. You need to create boundaries of how much you are willing to tolerate of them. So and you can do that. You can absolutely control how much of yourself you give to them and how much you are willing to have them in your life. And you're smart. You can do that very well, without making it obvious. So yeah, it is true about the boundaries. Yes, you just need to um, work out. This is the biggest message I'm getting from Spirit: is you need to create boundaries, and it'll be like that throughout your entire life. Once the boundaries are there, it will become much easier to maintain. But I'm saying it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to stop the drama and the contrast that's going to happen. But once you have boundaries up, then they it's almost as if they will back off, because they know how much you're not willing to tolerate, and they would rather have you in your life. They would rather have you in their life than not at all. So yes, thank you. So it is. Thank you for confirming. So that's the most important thing, is you need to create boundaries. Okay, so you got this. You can do this, and it'll get easier, since once you create them, then emotionally you will be able to deal with it a lot easier. Me with my big water bottle. Okay, Karen. Hey, Karen. Welcome back, honey. I know you feel a lot out of place, and the reason you feel, yeah, the reason you feel out of place here, Karen, is because a lot of your past lives have not been on this planet. You've been elsewhere. So your energy is very different from planet Earth. You have a lot of um, energy that is not here. And I'm gonna say, I feel like your energy is very old. I wouldn't be surprised if you've actually had some lives on Mars, um, ancient times. I feel like very old. These are predominant. I mean, everyone obviously is old. Um, you know, most people have old energy, but yours, the energy that is coming up to the front, what I'm seeing clairvoyantly is your ancient lives, like really supremely ultra ancient lives, are the ones that are most significant to your life on planet Earth now. And these ones are really, really, really old. I'm talking about, and this is what I mean, from Mars, coming from Mars. I feel like you are finding it very difficult to blend and to be a part of planet Earth. It's because your lives are not predominantly from here. You had a very still challenging lifetimes on this other planet, but you were happy, you were content. And I feel like because of weather, atmospheric, and the harshness of environment, I mean, most Martians, most people had to come off, but there is still a massive colony on Mars. But I feel like you feel out of place. You feel out of place. You feel that. Yeah. Your energy is old, honey. And I feel like what is coming to the surface first is these really, really old lifetimes. And I feel like acknowledging your ancient lives, like these ones, these cosmic ancient lives, and actually, I know it sounds crazy, but this is what Spirit's telling me, to have a little flask, or a special little crystal or a glass or some kind of pot, and just have some earth in that, and just have it near your bedside or on an altar somewhere sacred. Just keep that in a little container to give remembrance to your cosmic ancient past lives. The thing, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are going to have continual challenges of being on this planet throughout your entire life. But I feel like once you have acknowledgement and give acknowledgement to these past ones, it will be easier to deal with. You'll understand the bigger perspective of your existence, basically. So it will get easier because of your acquired understanding. Yeah, you have some really interesting past lives on other planets, and you know, there is a connection, like you still have connection to current living. It's like it's in your bloodline. You still have connection to the ones, to the Martians, the humans. They are humans, they look like me and you still have, there's bloodlines. So I know you feel in many ways, you know, why did I choose to be here on Earth? Why am I here on Earth? You know, this planet is so screwed up. I feel your frustration at the way this planet is, and you feeling that you just don't fit in. So, but acknowledging your past lives, and I feel predominantly the ones on Mars are coming to the forefront. You've had a lot of places, but these ones are lighting up for me clairvoyantly, and this is mostly why you don't feel like you fit in. It's because you're not from here. A lot of your lives have been somewhere else. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Yes. So anyway, you'll be okay, but it's only because you gain a deeper understanding about your origins and the cosmic essence of your energy, basically. you would have some interesting past life readings for sure. Yeah. There's a lot of you on here that you're not from this planet. You've spent a lot of time outside on other planets, but Earth is an accelerative evolution. You can pretty much condense a lot of lesson, a lot of learning on planet Earth. I mean, look at our planet. Look at how crazy and dynamic it is. I mean, it's nuts, isn't it? Okay, so moving on. Right, Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Now you're asking about your job in 2 to 3 months. Now, Nathan, this obviously things are dynamic in our world right now, but I want to say the biggest thing that's coming through with your job is whatever you want to happen will happen. So basically, the ball is in your court. I feel like it's up to you where you want this to go. You are in charge of where you want this to go. So if you are putting effort or energy into being somewhere else, you will be somewhere else. Hi there. But if you're wanting to stay, then yes, you will stay. I'm not going to say though it's not going to be. It could be challenging. It could be challenging. But if you love it enough, you can absolutely stay, and you will make anything work, Nathan. You will make anything work. You have that in your capacity. You're very powerful. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you're feeling it and if you love it, you will make it work. If you do not, it'll be the worst job from hell. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can make anything work. You have that capacity. You have that power. So the ball is in your court. That is basically the message. In 2 to 3 months, there is obviously going to be a lot of global change. There is 100%. The world will never be the same again. You can take that message any way you want, but in every respect, it will change. So the ball is in your court, Nathan. It's up to you where you want your job to go, basically. So, but just know your own power. So if you're feeling stability, then it's going to be stable. If you're concerned, if you're having worry, if you're feeling instability, it will become instability. So where you direct your energy is basically the most important thing, because you are that powerful. So I hope that makes sense to you. Hi, Inez. Hi, Jay. Hi, oh, that's Russian. Angelina. Sorry, I couldn't read that. So good luck with that. But just know everything is changing in the world. Everything is always changing, but right now, things are really changing. So, this is good preparedness. This is really good preparedness for people getting all their ducks in a row in order. What is the most important thing in life? Slowing people down, not focusing so much on money and the economy. Look at how that's just crumbling. In many ways, it's a very good thing, because there needs to be new order. There needs to be new organization. There needs to be more fluidity with Mother Earth. And if there isn't, this is what's going to happen. Things like this are inevitable to happen. So this is what's needed. Mother Earth knows what she's doing. I feel her rocking all the time. I mean, we get an earthquake here. I'm recording one almost every month. A few days ago, it wasn't as strong as what it has been, but it is strong. She's restless. Okay. Boho Witchy. Carly, my girl. let's do this. Okay, yes, I feel the new energy. I feel the excitement. I feel the passion. I feel, whoa, girl, you are burning for this guy. Just go easy, go slow with it. I know it's exciting, it's intense, it's passion. Girl, you are so passionate. You would make a devoted wife. I mean, you really would. Yeah. Just go easy, and um, don't uh, don't give too much too soon. I know you're at the point now where you just want to be head over heels, and you're mad for him. I feel the burn. I feel the burn in my chest. Girl, you are a fantastic lover. You're a fantastic friend. You would be the ultimate catch. But guys generally think different to us, and they need to have some time to catch up. Usually, yes. Um, so just slow down a little bit. Or you don't have to slow down in your mind. You can keep it as crazy as you want, but um, choose wisely of where you're going to direct that energy. Don't put it all on him, and don't put it all out to the universe. Just be like, you know what, universe, thank you for bringing this in for me. I feel amazing. I feel in tune. I feel in sync with source energy. But do not depend your happiness or this good feeling on somebody else. You know, I know he makes you feel fantastic, but would you feel this fantastic about life if he wasn't in your life? Don't put that dependency on him. So this can go to beautiful places, but slow down. Slow down and just take it one day at a time, and just observe the situation. This needs time to develop. So, and let it come easily, because a good relationship, a relationship that is meant to be, will absolutely be smooth and easy. You want a relationship of ease, of fluidity, of smooth feeling, of effortlessness. You want it to feel just warm and beautiful and content and just calm. I know it's hard to stay calm sometimes, but totally makes sense. Yes, thank you. Just calm it, and you'll see over time how things develop. But you know, just process it, and you know, like just pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel, and don't scare him too much, because I know you're burning. You're burning, and it's exciting, and he makes you feel wild. Oh, I feel the passion. It's beautiful, but you just go easy. Just keep it calm a little bit, and you'll see it'll develop as it needs to. Okay, so Ryan, hi Ryan. So Ryan, I got some interesting energy coming up around you. You're asking, is your girlfriend loyal? The biggest thing that comes up with this, Ryan, is that I'm feeling a murkiness around your communication, and it is creating insecurity, and it's making your mind wander. I feel like at this point, your girlfriend is loyal, but do not push her away. Don't push her away with these lingering thoughts of her potentially cheating on you. You don't want it to happen, so don't put that energy out there. Obviously, if you have evidence, then okay. But at this point, I don't feel like she is. But your insecurity could push her away. What you need to do is talk to each other more. You need to sit down with her and talk more, and Ask her how she's feeling. What's up, honey? How are you today? And like really engage. And instead of harboring these insecure thoughts, think of 10 positive, beautiful qualities about her that you can think of and that you love about her. Focus more on the beautiful things about her, and the potential of your future together. But you harboring insecure thoughts and insecurity and wondering, these lingering thoughts about, oh, is she cheating? Oh, can I trust her? You're setting up a foundation of disaster. You have to trust her. And until she gives you reason to believe otherwise, you must trust her. She deserves that. She's your partner. And if you feel there's something else going on, then just talk. Don't even directly ask her. Just say, hey, honey, how's things going? Talk about life with her. Talk about things with her. I feel like that's the biggest thing that needs work on is your communication. You need more. Like, real good conversation. And tell her how much you love her, and tell her how much she's the most beautiful woman on the planet, and that you only have eyes for her, and cook for her, and take her out on a picnic somewhere. Do beautiful things. So as opposed to having insecure feelings, change it and turn it around, so you make her feel like you are the only one for her. So putting in some effort. But if you love her, it will be easy for you. But if you're harboring feelings of already disloyalty or infidelity or something else, then that's creating a rocky energy, and it wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well. So be careful with the energy that you're putting out, and just be easy with her. Be easy with her, and divert her energy into you by spending more loving, passionate time together, by either cooking for her, taking her out on a date, taking her away for a weekend, sweet things. I mean, women, for the most part, we are pretty easy to please, just like men are easy to please. And I think most of us women are pretty simple, as in, it doesn't take much to make us happy. If you were to come home, if I was to have a partner that came with a bunch of flowers, like, I'd be so overwhelmed with happiness, thinking, oh my gosh, the thought and the time and the care that went into that. Or a partner cooking me dinner, my God, I'd be so in love, straight away. I think most women are pretty simple in that regard, as in, it doesn't take much to please a woman. So I think I that's how I feel about it. Do something beautiful, not just once for her, but be consistent. Even if she's not doing it for you, you do it for her, and see how the energy changes. She'll only have eyes for you, and anybody else that she sees in a supermarket, on a street, she'll just see you. She'll just see you. Okay? Mason. Let's see here. Mason, I'll just scroll up. Okay. How's everyone doing? Are we good? Good. How are we doing for time? I don't even know what time it is. I completely lose track of time. Just give me a second. Let's see how we're doing. I'm trying to see where on this feed. Yeah, I can't see it. Okay, good. Right. Okay, so we're almost an hour in. Good. Very good. Okay, I'm just gonna close that for now. Hey. Hi. Okay. Let me just turn that off. Hi, Josh. Thank you for the music you upload. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you like it. You know, actually, I will say with I'm actually saving up for a harp, a real harp. I have been dreaming of this forever. But harps are so expensive. Obviously, I'm not going to get a really expensive one, but just even a good 22 string harp is something like $600 or $700. And so I'm slowly saving up for one. I just feel such a desire to play real music and learn to play this. And there's so much healing and soothing energy that comes from an instrument like that. I mean, I love playing my flute. Obviously, you've heard my ney music, Arab ney music, which obviously fulfills me. But the harp, there is just something so angelic and magical about the harp. It's been I've thought about this for for a long time, and so I'm slowly saving for that. And I hope I could be good enough to play and record music with that. Maybe even do something live. I mean, that's a tall order, but you know, I have to learn how to play. Okay. Ah, okay, I'm just trying to find your. Okay, Mason. Got you. Oh, I love you too, Mason. Okay, so your legal name is Juan Castillo. You have such a huge persona and like energy about you. Like, it's only inevitable that you are going to be public. It's inevitable, but it's only a matter of time. But I don't want you to doubt yourself. I don't want you to um, wonder, when is this going to happen? When am I going to be famous? When is this going to eventuate for me? You just need to always be on your game. You need to emulate everything that it is that you love about this lifestyle, and it's not even a question of when. It's it will happen. It will happen, but it won't happen the way you think it will. It'll come around differently. So you have to be open to any opportunities that come, because when it does happen, it'll happen very quick, is what I'm saying. But don't get in your own way. Don't get in your own way, and you know, I will say for you to always just follow your gut instinct with this. If it feels right about doing something, then do it. If it doesn't, don't do it. Use that as a barometer. Use that as a gauger for you to gauge, you know, whether you are on the right track. But you are on the right track because you are completely yourself. But don't question, when is this going to happen, or how is this going to happen. You don't need to know how something's going to manifest. All you need to do, and this goes for everyone, you just need to provide the emotional framework for this or for anything. You need to provide the emotional platform. Do something different, Mason. Do something creative. Upload regular videos. But be different. Be different about your approach. You are creative. You can really have it all if you want, but don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You know, I feel like sometimes you get in the way of your own self, and having those thoughts is only hindering the flow of abundance and energy to come back to you. So don't get in your own way with this. Okay? Yeah. Yes, I know you believe in yourself. Um, but thank you for acknowledging the doubt. And it's only natural, it's only because you want so much for yourself. But just know that the universe works in so many splendid, magical ways. And so long as you are always providing the emotional framework, as in exciting, passionate, creative, that feeling of abundance, you can never go wrong. You will always get what you want. But it's as soon as the doubt or the lack of confidence comes in, you are changing the energetic signature. So everything changes. So all I'm saying is be aware of that, and be creative. Be creative with your approach. I mean, like you could do something like going up to people dressed in drag on a, just in daytime, and ask them, these questions. What do you think about drag queens? Like, you could do something creative like that and then upload that. And, you'll see how something like that will gain traction. So, just explore your creative energy, and let those juices flow, and be really creative about it. You're a huge part of how I found self-love when I was younger. Your wisdom then and now is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. So, like all I'm saying is look at different creative avenues. So even though you went on RuPaul or RuPaul's, or, I'm not sure to the extent of how much you went for that, try other things as well. And that's what I mean, do something different. People are always looking for something different. And that's what I mean, dress up as drag and walk down the street and just record people's reactions. Or go shopping in drag, or pay for gas in drag. Like, actually, it's funny because there's just this one video that sticks out in my mind, and it's only about 10 seconds long. But someone must have filmed early morning. I don't know if they were drag or just a cross-dresser, but it's of this guy. Well, I don't know. Like, it's of someone cross-dressing, and they have the biggest. I mean, they look like they've just spent 6 months non-stop partying, and they're just walking across this. Oh, like just this. I don't know what area it is, but someone had caught this person, and the outfit was just out of control. And oh my God, I mean, it didn't leave much to the imagination, but that just sticks in my mind, and that has gone so viral. Yeah, like, and so this is what I'm saying, like, do something different, because the social media and the internet and YouTube is so saturated with stuff. Do something different so people, you know, engage. So that's all. Do something different, and don't be afraid to do something a bit crazy like that. Just drive your car in drag, and I don't know, get fast food wearing your drag outfit and have someone record. I mean, I would watch that. That would be hilarious. Okay, so Jay Lewis. Hi, Dania. I'm so glad you made it too, honey. Hi, Natural Tendencies. I love you too, my lady. Hi, Inez. I know how to play castanets. Ooh, that's so good. Okay, Jay Lewis, I have found you. Hi, Jackie. Why does chaos and bad luck follow me through this whole life? I try to be positive, and practice spiritual hygiene, but it persists chronically. Oh, girl, you've got to choose your words carefully here, because you've made huge statements in this one paragraph. You have to know that there is no experience outside of yourself. There is no external factor that is stopping you from getting what you want. There are no victims here. And you have to know you are in complete control of your reality. So even if your external environment may pose difficult or hard situations, it is your perspective on how you deal with it. Let's just say you have two people and you experience the same thing. You know, like, okay, for example, let's just talk about a car crash. Maybe just because I had a car accident a couple of weeks ago, but I think just because that was the first thing that comes to mind. Let's just say two people are in a car crash and you hit the ass of another car in front of you, and it damages the whole front of the car. And let's just say that, you know, the passenger gets out and is saying, oh my gosh, we're so lucky we're alive. We're so lucky we're alive. And oh, I feel so lucky that we're alive. And then you have the driver get out and say, oh my God, look at my car. Oh no, you know, this is so fucked up and this is so bad. And oh, you know, oh, the insurance, and oh, this is so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad luck. Those are two different perspectives, right? But you both had the same experience. It is your perspective on life that is what's going to determine what you experience. So again, it's creating a healthy emotional framework. And what you've written here, you are writing big statements. It says, why does chaos and bad luck follow me through my whole life? I mean, that's huge. And it needs to be corrected. It needs to be corrected. And when you say, I try to be positive, try should not even be a word. You should be saying, you know, I am a positive person. I am a positive person. And only good luck and good things happen to me. You need to believe that. Because like I have said 1,000 million times, believing is seeing, not seeing is believing. You need to believe that it is that way. You need to believe you are in perfect health. You need to believe that you are a lucky person. You need to believe that you are always at the right place at the right time. You need to believe it, because if you don't, whatever happens because of your belief at that time. And if you think about a certain way for a certain amount of time, you are literally going to attract that back into your life. It is all a matter of perspective, and there is nothing outside of yourself that is creating or resulting in the way your life turns out now. It's all a matter of perspective. You know, you could be stuck on a boat and the boat sinks, and, you know, you have your leg eaten by a shark. You know, somebody looking at that would think, oh my God, that's so much bad luck. But the person that experienced this may be thinking, oh, I'm so lucky to be alive. I never, ever take anything for granted. I never take a day for granted anymore. You know, I smile just knowing that I have, you know, another day's breath in me. You know, so it's a matter of perspective. And you know, when you say something like, I try to be positive and practice spiritual hygiene, but it persists chronically. That's a terrible thing to say. Is persist chronically? That's you are setting that in stone, honey. You are powerful. You are powerful. That is a powerful statement, and you don't want that. You don't want those words or that energy of those words around you. You know, it needs to be changed. It needs to be changed. So, you know, your perspective on life, you just need to reword your statements, because what you put out is what you get back. I'm a witch, you know, and I know this through and through. What you put out is what you get back. I know that car, you know, the car praying that I had the other week, I manifested that 100%. I got into that car pissed off and irritated, And despite spirit telling me to get out and go to bed and go to sleep, I was stubborn and I did not pay attention. And guess what? I hit a kangaroo and, asked up the radiator of my car. I manifested that. So, there is nothing outside of yourself, honey. Change your statements and know you are always at the right place at the right time. Whatever has happened to you in your past, it does not matter. Forget about it. Today is a new day. You need a clean slate. You are always at the right place at the right time. And everything always turns out better than you could possibly expect. And you are always lucky. You always have abundance flowing in your life. You always have good things happen to you. That is what you need to be saying. And believe that and really have the emotional feeling of that behind the words that you speak. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm sorry to just say it how it is, but that's how it needs to be said. Hi Tracy. Hi Shia. Yes. Okay, Athena, my girl. Right, you are the last one today. Okay. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm just bringing this up. Okay. Okay, Athena, you are the last one today. She says, I wasn't originally going to ask anything today, but my mother is struggling. She's actually here visiting right now as well. My grandmother left her a lot of stocks. Yeah, has just obliterated this economy and the stocks have plummeted. I'm wondering what will happen. Our relationship is quite turbulent, but I care for her. Of course you love her. Of course you care for her. Look, like I said earlier, this virus is going to change the world. Even if everyone on the planet right now, like there's no more cases, there's no more breakout or anyone else falls sick. It's changed already. It's completely changed. I mean, the stock market has crashed hard and it's still going to because more businesses are closing. Sally, all I can say is that there are a lot of people in the same boat, and I wish I could say that she is going to redeem the stock or the price, the value of the stock. It's not going to come for a long time, unfortunately. So whether or not she wants to hold on to them or get rid of them is her own choice. So I know personally a lot of people heavily invested in the stock market. Everyone is feeling the crunch. And this is what I mean. You cannot have all your eggs in one basket. Money is superfluous. Money flows where the energy goes. So if it is not a good energy, money will be attracted, in whatever way, shape or form to flowing with that energy, whether it's up or down, left or right. So, money is only one form of energy. And, I feel for your mother, I really do. But a lot of other people are in the same boat. So it's going to be a personal choice whether she wants to get out of this or stay in for the long haul. It's her choice, but there is not much you can do right now. If she was to pull out, she would lose a lot, 100%. But later, it's going to be different. And unfortunately, I feel like there's going to be so much change to finance and economy after this. I don't want to get into detail about it all now, but A lot of change. It's already changed now, but a lot more is coming from this. So it's up to her what she decides to do. And all I know though is that she will be fine. She will work it out. I know your relationship with with the relationship you had with your father is very good. I feel like you have a more open energy flow. But I know you love your mother and you care for her. Of course you do. But I wish I could give her some good news on it, but right now there is none. Okay, so it's up to her what she does, but it's going to be a challenge financially for people that are really holding on to money and seeing it as the only form of abundance. It's going to be a tough road. It's going to be a tough road for many. And this is why I say there is so much more abundance in the world than just money. Money is just one energetic exchange, only one form of energy flow. There's so much more. There's so much more. But as a third density and dimensional reality, third, fourth, whatever you want to categorize it as, we have chosen as a global society to focus a lot of our energy on money, and it is not good. It's not good. And this is why I say be open to different forms of abundance, and you will see how Mother Earth and the cosmic energies around the planet and the unseen energy around the planet will support us if we just allow ourselves to be a little more open. So if you continually hold yourself in a third density, or if you continually focus on money, it'll be very hard for you to get out of that frequency. So the more you focus, the more energy you are focusing within, and that flow. So she's debating about whether or not to sell the big ones. Yeah. I mean, it's a gamble, Sally. It's totally up to her, but it's not easy for a lot of people in this situation. It's entirely her choice, but I feel like if she can be patient and hold out, later there will be solutions. Not now, not for a long time. It's up to her. It's up to her. So there is honestly no talking to her when she is like this. Oh, let her go. Just let her go then. Don't even bother. It gives you anxiety. Well, don't let it give you anxiety, because it's her choice, and let her go. Let her go. Don't let her cause that energy for you. This is her own reality, and this is her own path. And what you do with your energy and where you direct your energy is yours. Just know that this, again, is perspective. Let her do as she wants to do. Let her do as she wants to do. And send her love, send her compassion, even though I know it hasn't been easy with her. Just send her the highest order of your energy. And, say to Spirit, thank you for guiding her and giving her some insight and some light in this situation. Say it with conviction, and then just let it go. Let it go. She will find her way. Nobody is going to drop off of this planet, and lose their life because they lose money. There is beauty in chaos. There is beauty in calamity. There is so much more than just money, and there is so much more going on than just this third dimensional, third density reality of this experience. Okay, I'm going to close this now. My computer, because it's so old, is starting to seize. I'm not sure if it's coming through the speakers. I hope not. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's leave it at that. and we will touch base perhaps in a week or so, and let's just, like I said, let's just part gracefully. Let's send out good energy. Be open to abundance. Get out in nature. Plant a garden. Have access to clean water. Be prepared. And just know that life is eternal. You have done this. Anyone watching my stream right now, you've got this. You've done this more than 1,000 times already. Are you kidding? You have got this. So just be prepared and don't read too much. Turn your internet, turn your phones off. Just remember the subliminal programming going. There is so much more to life going on other than this. I go outside. Once I finish, I'm going to eat. I'm going to sit outside with my chickens. I listen to the birds singing. I hear the wind blowing in the trees. I see the beautiful blue skies. And another thing I didn't tell you that is just so, I could have cried when it happened, was my light. My light that has been destroying my sleep for the past year has been taken down outside. I now have a pitch black, dark nighttime. The first night of having a pitch black, dark, sparkling, starry night sky was just, it was beyond words. It was beyond words, but my persistence paid off, and the light has now been removed. My nights are so dark and so black. It is beautiful. And the stars are just, oh my gosh, I can't even put it into words, so I'm not going to try. So anyway, there is so much more beauty and beautiful things happening. Go out in nature, plant a tree, plant a fruit tree, encourage abundance in your life by giving back to the earth. Talk to the earth when you plant something in her and say, nurture this. Feel my love transferring to your skin. So basically her soil. So talk to her, give her love, give her blessings, give her thanks for one more day on this planet. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So until next time, I send you love, light, abundance, prosperity, passion, and may you always be blessed by the supreme truth and love of the cosmos. Until I see you next time, I love you guys. Stay safe, be well, be healthy, positive thoughts. Don't panic, be graceful. You have got this. Are you kidding? You have got this. I love you guys.